This Friday, the Irish boxing drama Kid Shamrock returns to New York for a new production at the Tada Theatre in Manhattan. Shamrock tells the true story of Irish boxer Bobby Cassidy, a New York fighter whose biggest victory came outside the ring in his battle against alcoholism. The play is written by Bobby's son, Bobby Cassidy Jr., and counts many boxers in its cast, among them John Duddy and Seamus McDonough, as well as the play's director, former boxer Michael Bent. The cast and crew recently met at Punch Restaurant and Wine Bar in Union Square to discuss the production.
I've been blessed to grow up the son of Irish Bobby Cassidy and to be exposed to him as a fighter, him as a dad, him as a human being, and putting his story on paper or on film or on the stage has been quite an experience for all of us.
You know, the culture is Irish, but I'm Jamaican. I'm an immigrant, so I can relate to it. The play's about deprivation, about lack of love, lack of self-worth, triumph, defeat. Who can't relate to that?
As a fighter, especially when you do pretty well, whether you do well or not, you're in the spotlight. And then when the career's over, like the play says, no more phone calls, no one's knocking on the door, and it's a void. So this has filled the void for me, the acting. I know John Duddy feels the same way also. It fills the void, and you get to express yourself like Michael said, and you get to have some fun, which is the most thing.
To be back here on stage again, telling the story of Bobby Cassidy, it was an inspiration for me after the end of my last career, and it was an inspiration for me in the start of my new one. And to get this group of people again, and having Michael Bent here as well is inspiring, and just like Bobby's story, you know, it's showing when you close a chapter that there's no reason why you can't write another one.
There's a little story to the whole thing, is that everything that's been written, I have said sometime in my life to my son, Michael, told him about it. And he obviously remembers everything and writes things down and made this play. And it's great collaboration to have my sons, who I came from a tough childhood and gave them a good childhood. You know? So that was the real key to the whole thing, is how it turned it all around and it all worked for the good.
He lost his fight at Madison Square Garden, and it was the biggest fight of his life. But he kept going, right? He kept going, and he lost it because he was drinking. And then he gave up drinking. And what it doesn't say in the paper, and what it doesn't say in the record book after he lost that fight, everyone remembers, oh yeah, he lost that fight. But he won after that because he quit drinking, and he's never drank since then. So that's winning, you know, that's hope. That gives you hope. You can look at perhaps the biggest moment of your life and you blew it on your own, no one else's fault but your own. And then you can just turn the tables on alcohol and just conquer that. That's a much bigger win than anything he would ever did in the ring.
But no, what I liked about it was that it's a positive message about guys leaving the sport, whereas in boxing's always sad and guys broke and been punched drunk, and you know, it's not about this. It's about a guy finding out not only what's better for him, but what's for his family, and you know, giving them a life that he never had.
And the other part of hope is at the very end of the play, where my father will say, you know, all the old fight clubs are gone, you know, Sunnyside Garden, St. Nick's, they're all gone. But you know what? I'm still here. And he's still here. He's right there, still here, you know, still fighting the fight, talking about his life, proud of the things he did in the ring, and not ashamed to admit the mistakes that he made and ultimately overcome.
Kid Shamrock runs from November 25th to December 4th at the Tada Theatre in Manhattan.